School culture is the look, sound, and feel of the environment that a student's in. So leaning into school culture is a leader-focused process for redesigning or refining the systems of school culture. Ultimately, what we hope to achieve with leaning into school culture inside of any individual school is that students are in a space where they feel like they are thriving and educators are feeling excited and happy to be in the space based on the culture and climate of the school. Right now across our country, schools are struggling with a very similar set of things. They're seeing student disconnection post-pandemic. They're seeing increases in student violence and some challenging behaviors. They're seeing really the results of some mental health challenges that are impacting young people in ways that most of us have not seen. So leaning into school culture really brings in a solution where we want school building leaders and their teams to understand that they have the ability right in their space to reshape and reframe the systems around students that lead to success. And those systems are things like classroom management and school-wide culture. There are things like routines and systems, family engagement and empowerment, and then a student support model where those kiddos who need extra are getting what they need inside of the building, right? That they're not seen as a problem, but we're thinking about how we can bring supports and services to bear to address certain behaviors. What I'm seeing in schools right now that tells me that school culture is a priority is very similar to what I've seen in my 20 plus years of experience moving through buildings with school leaders and working with school leaders. We are seeing students that are disconnected with the adults in front of them and sometimes with the peers next to them. We're seeing spaces and buildings that are disorderly and sometimes, unfortunately, unsafe. We're seeing a set of behaviors from students that are creating frustration from teachers. And we're seeing educators who are feeling frustrated that behaviors aren't being addressed or that they don't see a change in the school culture or climate. We start with a comprehensive needs assessment to really go in, ask the tough questions, bring an objective eye to the larger system of school culture. Well beyond, do you have a code of conduct? We want to really understand what's going on in the school and how we can sort of move forward to design in the strongest way. So after that needs assessment process, we work with the school leader or leadership team to design a customized framework for school culture, which includes things like teaming structures for grade level teams or student support teams, what the professional development approach might look like, but really what are those fundamentals as it relates to behavioral systems, student support systems, classroom and culture management, all of those elements that are unique for each school, but are grounded in those best practices. My greatest success with leaning into school culture is really, I'm thinking of one leader in particular, is really when I can look across the table at a leader after we've walked the building, had the conversations with teachers and students and sometimes even families about the vision for the school, where we want to see it going, how we want to see improvement. After working through the leaning into school culture model, really seeing that look of, I can do this. We can turn this space around for our students, and being able to hear sort of the mindset shift. The mindset shift of, when we started, we have a few problematic students who are destroying our culture, so we've created the systems and environments in this building so that all students can thrive. And that's really, to me, the the best way to celebrate this work. That we shift our thinking as educators from looking at the students to thinking about what we can do and what we are doing to change that environment around them so that they have the opportunity to be successful.